Okay, so this is a very exciting day for my 56th birthday, 13th of May 1961, year I was born. I'm pretty sure that that is the year that this Ford County tractor was made. We think it's a 1961. Anyway, so this tractor has been parked up. I had another little video about the brakes on this, I think. But anyway, it's been parked up because Craig was doing the brakes on it, just going towards the back. So, and it's been parked out there for about 2 years. You can see where the grass has been dead, or maybe it's a year, I'm not quite sure. But so in here we have replaced the brake. Just actually, once we got the safety frame, it was actually a pretty easy job to pull this all apart. There were the disc pads were metal on metal, and oh yeah, oh good boy. That's it. This is the pad. Actually, show them all. These are the pads or the discs which have got a friction surface, and this obviously. Oh yeah, good work. There's a little pack of them. See, and that was like scratching metal on metal, so it's easy to fix. Cost about $200, which is it cost us $600 for a Izeki, same basic thing. So we fixed that. We've refilled this. We've refilled this with gear oil, the axle thingy. We had to drain all the transmission oil, so we've refilled that with super tractor oil as well. We've actually taken the chance to. I think we're going to try and rebuild all this, the seat and all the guards, because they all rusted away. But what was interesting over here is the engine. Now, Craig pretty much parked this up and turned it off, and I was pretty confident that it was going to go again. But when we tried to start it, it just wouldn't start. And we noticed that when we filled it up with water, quite quickly the engine's sort of semi-hydraulic. It was hard to turn over, and then it spat a whole bunch of water out the exhaust pipe. So we knew that it actually had a suspect head gasket, but it was obviously pretty bad. So we've actually, it took a Junko, who's filming right now, talk to him in a minute. I don't know, how long did it take you to take the head off?
An hour or two.
An hour, maybe, to get the head off this thing. And sure enough, the head gasket, which we're pretty sure would be the original, 1960 head gasket, was blown, which is on another video. So that, we put all that back together again. Thanks to Miles and his torque wrench and whipping me to get this thing going, but we still couldn't start it. We as soon as we put it back in, we were cranking last night till about I don't know, all pretty much into the dark, wasn't it? We just couldn't figure out. The batteries kept going flat, and we'd crank, and we had diesel pumped all the way through this bleeding system up to the injector pump. And we pulled all these tops off, just film into you, okay? Into the tops of the injectors, and there was little bits coming out, but it didn't seem that good. I wasn't really sure how much diesel should come out of these when they're being pumped. We watched a YouTube clip last night where they bled them by cracking these, which was the plan this morning. But then the last clip, and I need to. I really want to acknowledge the guys. It's just the coolest thing about YouTube, isn't it? Is that you can just sit at home and think, I got this problem. And I was Googling blue. This is called a Sims. It's a Sims injector pump. And I finally came across a couple of guys in America talking about, reconditioning one of these pumps. And the guy was funny because it looks like there was a few Coronas in the background. It was quite a funny video. And they were talking about this thing in here. Now, Junko, can you come in here? And this is exactly what was wrong. This is the shut-off slide, I think. What's that?
It's called a rack.
The rack, yeah, the shut-off rack. And it's on a spring. See how it sort of springs backwards and forwards? Now, and once I saw that video, I thought, that is probably it. But basically, the last thing Craig would have done when he turned it off is pull the, the shut-off thing here, which pulls this thing across and shuts the diesel off. And then just over the 2 years, of course, it's all kind of gone slightly rusty in there, and it was basically still shut. It's just on a spring, you see. So, cut back out. So basically, the first thing we did this morning, he came here, pulled that cover off, squirted some CRC, and that thing was... Shut it? What's that?
How do you shut it?
How do you shut it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you turn off, you pull that lever, and that moves it across.
No, this wire, where does that go to?
That's a spring. Oh, that goes up to the dash. You see, when theoretically, you obviously sit there and just pull the knob, but this one's broken, so... You pull that, it turns off, then you let it go, and it swings back. But it was stuck. So the short story is, fix that, and basically the first time, and I wish we'd had the flipping camera to film it because it was such a good feeling. Just it turned and it just ran perfectly straight away. So it's very exciting. So we're going to put this cover back on, And now we are going to drive it out of the shed. And Junko is very excited. I'm going to take that camera and film Junko, because he's done all the work on this bloody tractor. And Zach, not. And Miles. So we're going to take it for its first little drive in a couple of years. And then we're going to make some videos of the Ford County slashing gorse in New Zealand on hills. Right, cut.
Yep.
Okay, ready to go?
Yep.
Filming? Alright, let's see how she goes. Cool. Are you right, Zach? Make sure we're in neutral and run Zach over. It's the most safest thing in the world.
Lit.
Driving the mighty county. Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Brakes obviously good.
Yeah, the brakes look really good. What? Yeah.
Mike, just take them to Pelican and try it.
What's that?
Take them to Pelican and try it.
I know, it's pretty cool though. It's awesome!